It was a good
That was a
game.
great game. And then it just kind of, there was
Yeah.
two glaring mistakes as the Kings got it within 4. I guess you could even kind of go a little bit before that when Grayson Allen hit that response, I think, to Kevin Herter.
Oh man,
And
yeah, that was
and
rough.
that and the Middleton 3 both came off of, well, the first one came off of just a pretty good offensive play, because you had them, I think, because they were doing the Middleton Drew Holiday pick and roll in the second half a lot. And I think Drew Holiday came up, did like a ghost screen type action, and then made a hard cut towards the basket. And Kevin Herter was on Allen, but had to crash in to get that hard cut that Drew Holiday made. Fox was following him. Grayson Allen's wide open. It was a beautiful play. When you replay it, you're like, damn, that's well executed. And then the second one, it was just a complete miscommunication between Harrison Barnes and Fox. That is on the Middleton one that was really kind of like,
that was awful. And of course, he just nailed
drained it. And like Mike Brown said, it's just like, I mean, it was kind of a tale of two halves for the Kings, because they came out in the first half and were really active, did a good job of taking shots and standing in there strong, as Brown noted, against Giannis, and not letting other guys get comfortable, because Giannis is arguably the most unguardable player in the NBA, especially when he's getting downhill. I mean, absolutely unguardable, easily the most unguardable.
Yeah.
And so, as Mike Brown and any coach would tell you, it's like you try to limit that as much as you can. You just try not to let anybody else like go off, and that's obviously super hard because the Bucks are really good. They have their top 3 players are really good. Even Middleton, when he's not at his best per se, is a phenomenal player. And so they did a good job of doing kind of that, balancing that act. I mean, Giannis was still getting his points in his first game back and all, but the Kings played really well. They come out in the second half, and they kind of drop both those things. As Mike Brown said, they let Middleton get too comfortable. They stopped standing in there and taking those shots and sacrificing their body against Giannis. And that compiled with, because they were in it, and the Kings can always kind of stay in it with their offense and whatnot, but just the mistakes of that miscommunication between Barnes and Fox on defense, and then the turnover, which was, you want to like Fox lost the ball, but he lost his balance, and Drew Holiday was just playing good ball pressure, and that happens, and that kind of was that was it.
That was kind of the game.
And it really, seeing that happen, it was like, oh yeah, that's a team that won the championship 2 years ago. That's a team that's been that its group, its core has been doing this for a while and at the highest level. And it's not like a wake up call because everybody's talking about playoff experience in terms of the Kings amid all the championship kind of musings, which are both fair, because honestly, who knows what's going to happen in the playoffs? I mean, this season's been weird. Who knows what can happen? But man, that was a glaring example of that experience factor, and it kind of reminded everybody of that, right?
Yeah, 100%. And like you said, it was a tale of two halves. The Kings looked really good in that first half, but I mean, you knew that game was going to get close, and exactly what you said again. The Bucks showed their experience, and they came out on top. And they kind of, ran away with it towards the end. The Kings didn't really have a chance to tie it up or anything within the last minute or anything. It was over by then. Then you had Robin Lopez kind of chirping all game, and yeah, sorry. I said chirping, so I was thinking Robin. Burke Lopez was chirping all game, and Trey Lyles was he was fed up with him. He was fed up with the loss in a close game that the Kings could have had if a couple plays went their way. But